everyone, this is ASPiZ from the editing room, and I just wanted to let you all know that I had to use a different set of headphones today that don't have a mic, so I sound a little bit further away than I actually am, but you can still hear me alright, and I am sorry for the issues. By the next video we have out, I'll have the issue fixed, but I just wanted to warn you all before we get into this episode. But I hope you all still enjoy the episode, and we'll go ahead and get into it. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is ASPiZ, to those of you that are new here, and today we are starting a new series today. It's called the Stanley Parable, I believe, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. I actually haven't ever seen gameplay on it. I've never played it. I have no idea really what it's about, but I've heard about it being a great game, and I wanted to try it out since I saw that I could get it for myself on mobile, since we're still a mobile channel 2 years in. It's really not what I wanted. I wanted to be on PC or something else by now, but we're slowly upgrading, and we'll go ahead and get into it. Still at the beginning, haven't even selected a language yet or anything. But the Stanley Parable, let's go. Alright, my volume's all the way up for you guys. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. You can try the game for free for a short while, then you'll be asked to purchase the full experience for $14.99. Alright, well, for now I think we'll try it and give you guys a sneak peek, and then we'll get into the full game later on. And I really hope you all can hear me alright. I don't have a microphone. It's still broken, haven't been replaced yet, so I hope my audio is going through alright. And I can't hear the game whatsoever right now because it has the volume turned down a lot, so then my voice gets picked up, which helps a lot, but I can't hear the game, what you guys are hearing or anything, if it's quiet. So I have the volume all the way up. I'll hear what it sounds like in the editing stage, but audio wise I apologize if there's any issues. But let's go ahead and begin the game. I'm actually very excited to start a new series. Never the end is never the... I think that was just continuous.
This is the story of a man.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Alright, so I realized the game was reading it to you guys, so I went and restarted it. So I'll let the guy read all this to you, and I'll read it in my head since I can't hear it.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Well, this will be interesting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the meeting room?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
this supposed to be a scary game or a... Oh, I think it is a scary. Scary.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I'm trying my best not to cover up the speakers.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I feel like this is going to be a horror game.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Is that a passageway right there? No. Oh, duh. Okay. Time for the suspense.
Descending deeper into the building,
here.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
And I can hear it a lot better now. I put in my other set of headphones that don't have a mic. So I'm hoping it doesn't affect the mic on my phone.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We'll have to kind of see how it all comes out. Well, it said we went through the door, not the escape, so I guess I'll go through the door. But I don't like that. That kind of tells me we're going to need to run later. Oh, this is how they got me to do everything. They mind controlled me.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, there it is.
Now the monitors jumped to life,
Oh, wow.
their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I think this is the biggest mind control operation I've ever seen. That means there's over 200, over 300, over 400, 5. It ends over here. 600 people mind controlled. People being monitored and mind controlled every day.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Well, where's the controls on the back? Oh, yep, there they are. Come on, Stanley. I kind of really enjoy this. They gave it a storyline and a name, and mind control idol awaiting input. Such a long walkway.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power,
Turned it off. I was gonna say, no way, that's the end.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
Like this isn't real.
the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh no, it's gonna say UNTiL. I'm expecting more. They said there's a full game. The end is never the end. What happened?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know, that might be it, guys. I'm gonna run through this and then go down that escape.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Actually, there's 2 doors here that are open. We're gonna take the right one now instead of the left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, he didn't. Actually, Stanley took the elevator down.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
I broke the dude. Alright, so we gotta go left.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
I was just over there.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Uh-oh.
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Whoa.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Alright guys, real quick, I'm gonna run through to the end real quick and see if there's actually more, if it repeats. And I'll see you guys at the end.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Oh.
Let's find the story.
Okay. The door on the left. That's what he said the first time. We'll take the door on the left. Did he open every door?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
All right.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
All right. So the doors were all shut. Then they were gone.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office,
What is this line doing
office in
right
fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What is this? I really hope I don't get lost.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Following the line again.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, Oh, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Alrighty, everyone. With how much fun this has been and everything, we're getting to a pretty long episode, and I thought this was just kind of like a demo, but it might actually, I don't know, go on forever. This just repeats and keeps on going weird and stuff until I buy the full game, which by the next video I will have the full game bought. But for now, if you guys enjoyed the Stanley Parable like I did, then please let me know by hitting that like button down below. And if you guys would like to recommend any other series or just say anything down below, feel free to in the comment section. And if you guys would like to be notified when the next episode on the Stanley Parable or anything else comes out, then feel free to hit that subscribe button to support the channel and make sure that bell button's turned on. And I'll see you all in the next episode.